Yeah, tonight I'm going to deviate from the usual radio reviews and show you a radio that's virtually brand new onto the market. This is the Sony ICF-506, and it's a very much a bare bones radio. Large speaker there, quite an attractive dial. It's just AM and FM, as you can see there, and a switch down here, which is your on-off switch, and AM and FM. This side you've got tuning control, volume control, earphone socket. Back of the radio you've got your battery compartment there, which takes 3 AA's. AC input here, and on top of the radio, of course, very handy carrying handle and your telescopic antenna. Now you might be wondering why I'm doing a review on this radio tonight, but it's quite an interesting design. It's an analog radio, as you can see, but it's using a DSP chip. Now what you've got to understand when tuning an analog radio with a DSP chip, it's quite quirky. It's not smooth like you expect with an analog radio. It actually seems to increment in strength until you're tuned in which case when you are, this tuning light will come on. And it's also very quiet in between stations, which I suspect is part of the DSP chip. Soft mute is quite pronounced on it, and that's actually been done on purpose, I think, to stop or negate most of the noise that you get in between tuning stations. Okay, let's turn it on. We're on. You can see there's a little light that comes on there for your on running batteries. And I'll just tune down. It's actually 2CH in Sydney. I'll just tune down here and give you a bit of an idea. You can hear there.
You know, the ABC has this
hear that bit of a click?
It's like top of the charts. They've been talking about it on television.
Oh, there's a podcast chart.
As you can hear, it's sort of a bit of a click as the radio tunes into the frequency and the tuning light comes on. If you go past, you can hear it's quite a significant drop off there. I'll come back in. Hear that? However, it's quite a surprisingly sensitive radio. There's plenty of AM stations there, but you've got to be very patient with your tuning. I'll just turn it down. You might have to slip over the station and tune back and forward a little bit before you can get the best out of it. It's just one of the quirks with analog and DSP tuned radios, but obviously I think it's the way things are manufactured nowadays, just on the single chip. But when it's all said and done, as I said, I'm quite surprised with the performance of the set. On FM, I haven't got the antenna up, as you can see. I'll just tune down.
And I'm delighted
again,
that Peak Connect,
you get that pronounced drop into the station. So both on AM and FM. But as I said, this radio's been just on the market, and it's probably the shape of things to come for many of them. But you know, as I said, I've actually done some reasonable DXing on it. I haven't bothered to try it against with an inductive loop. That's going to be the next phase, just to see whether how the DSP circuitry handles signal peaking with an inductive loop. But I understand, you know, it looks like it's got a reasonably long ferrite rod in them, and so the I'll just tune off that frequency a little bit, and we don't want to get caught with listening to music. I'll just slip down onto AM again, and just tune down.
Look at if you have an iPhone, your
Yeah,
podcast
anyway.
has a little storefront.
I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at the ICF-506, a new radio in the market, and if you ever sort of decide on one of these radios, just have that in mind, the quirks of its tuning characteristics. But you know, they seem to be reasonably sensitive. Okay, hope you enjoyed tonight's video. Cheers then.